Welcome to the Breathing Edge podcast.
Yes, welcome back.
Today we're going to talk about using the breath to navigate and shift your personal energy. Now, what we mean by that is, say, for instance, when you're feeling anxious and you need to calm down, it's how to use your breath to shift the energy from feeling anxious to calm.
Yeah, so we got the question. So the podcast has been out there now, and we got the question back of, great, we've talked about how to take your breathing from say automatic into manual and how to use it, but then we got, but where do I start?
Now what?
Yeah, where do I start? What's it? And you know, like my immediate answer to that, which is not always I guess taken well, is that you're already doing it. You know, but so we thought about this, and what we thought that we would do is we thought that we would really break it down into something that's easy to navigate. So we created a video series. The videos are no more than sort of 5 to 6 minutes long.
Yep.
And we talk about how your energy body is like a UFO, and you get the controls,
or a shuttle, or an airplane,
or a vehicle of some kind. And so you get the controls, and there's you know, we start out with there being 2 levers, one to take your energy up and one to take your energy down. And those levers are your inhale and your exhale. So one energizes and one relaxes. So they're your up and down levers. Then we took it to basic breathing patterns, something easy that you can visualize, that you can then breathe in rhythm with that pattern. And so we use the basic patterns of circle, square, and triangle in that series. And that pretty much covers the 3 basic mechanical aspects of breathing, which are breathing in, breathing out, and pausing or holding your breath. So they're contained in those. So we've broken it down into some really easy to follow steps. And then once you've got the basics down of those patterns, then we introduce what we call shift patterns. And the shift patterns are cycling between, say, energizing and relaxing. So you go energizing, relaxing, energizing, and that shifts the energy really fast. It's a really great physical shift. You will actually feel yourself shifting from, if you're feeling, you know, a little bit depressed, a little bit down, and you do the shift energy pattern for Energise, then it's going to physically take you up, because you're focusing on exhales, you're focusing on energizing type of patterns of breathing.
And it's really easy to remember. 3 shapes, 3 minutes. That's it.
You heard us talk about the power of 3 before, and so this is something that for us was a little bit of a light bulb moment when we started doing most things in our business. Where I first started using that principle of the power of 3 was just in general goal setting. I would only just pick 3 things for the week, 3 things for the day, and they would be my focus. So the power of 3. So now we've introduced it into the basics of breathing.
Yeah. So in each one of these videos, like Shane said, between 5 and 6 minutes, but within that is a 3-minute breathing exercise. So each of the 7 videos will have 3 minutes that you can breathe with. And it's really meant to have you just play with your breath, find out a little bit more about where you're stuck in your breathing and where you can free yourself up a little bit more.
These are also fundamentals, like they're the base foundation of your breathing. We've looked at it from the mechanical aspect of your breathing, and so that even if you've had a breathing practice or you've never had one, most of the people probably listening to the podcast here maybe have never had a breathing practice before. This is definitely the place that you can get started, and it's simple, and it's and I can tell you right now, it's going to shift some energy for you.
And even if you have had a breath practice for a while, it's really great to go back and understand a little bit more about the different base foundations and fundamentals of your breath and how to maximize what you're already doing, like what Shane says. Oh, and it's free. So we've made these videos available for free. So it's really easy for you to just have a play and get started.
Yeah. So, just so that you guys have got a little bit more context to this, The levers, when we say levers up and down and we talk about inhale versus energy, or inhale equals energy, exhale equals relaxation, what we're really saying there is that your inhale is connected to the central nervous system and upregulates the nervous system, so puts you into sympathetic or fight or flight, and then the exhale downregulates in parasympathetic and puts you into rest and digest. They're two very basic functions, so that's why we use the up and down lever. So it's got a physiological effect. And the patterns, the triangle pattern is actually your natural breathing pattern. So it puts the count or the rhythm that we use for the triangle pattern, the 5 in, 5 out, is also known as heart coherence breathing. It has this beautiful way with this count and this triangular pattern of putting you into a really zenned out sort of meditative state. The heart gets in coherence and resonates with all the other organs in the body.
Yeah, Dr. David O'Hara has a whole study around this. We'll put that into the show notes, link it to getting some more information about that. It's really brilliant and has been a key element for me.
And then we move to the circular pattern. Now, the circular pattern is a powerful pattern. As soon as you shift from, for example, your normal state breathing, being a triangle, as soon as you shift to another pattern, to a circle, for example, it's shifting your energy and your state as well. So the circular pattern is one that uses an active inhale, passive exhale, and that's a cycling of opposites. If you get my meaning on there, you're going from active to relax, active to relax, active, relax, back and forward. In doing that forms a rhythmic movement that actually starts to shift your energy. And then finally, we have the square or the box breathing, which is containing your energy or controlling every part of the inhale. The box, if you imagine a square, you're going to breathe up one side, you're going to hold at the top, you're going to breathe down the other side and hold at the bottom. So you're containing the energy. But we go through in detail, quick 5 on what they are in the videos. And then you get into a practice.
Yeah. And the beautiful thing about understanding the basics of the shapes and understanding the basics of the levers is that in more advanced series that we're going to be releasing in future, when you can match the levels of relaxation and energizing together, there's a little bit of a magic formula that happens, a little bit of a transformative process. So we'll get into that in other episodes.
Yeah, and the last thing that I want to add before we wrap this up is that, like any practice, if you've ever had a martial arts practice or you've practiced sport or any of these, the fundamentals, the very basic nature, the mechanical aspects that we've just described are so important and so powerful on their own that what we would recommend people do is we've set 3 minutes for each of these sessions, but you can push these out to a 6 minute, 12 minute, 20 minute. You can do circular breathing for 6, 10, 12, or 20 minutes. Same with the other patterns, and they all have some power in them.
Yeah, you'll find out if you do it. Just do it and have a play. Breathe it in and just have fun.
Yeah, remember, it's not in the words, it's in the practice.